Hey guys, welcome back to another Virgo Girl recommendation. Today I'm really excited because we are going to be talking about my unproblematic fave, Leonardo DiCaprio. Now Leo, first of all, is an American treasure. I mean, we must protect Leo at all costs. Leo has been around our whole lives. Well, not everyone's whole life, but for most of us, Leo has been around for a very long time. And he has been just leveling up with every move that he's taken. He is just he just clocks in for work, does his job, and then just disappears. And you don't hear about Leo unless it's something about saving the environment. I mean, that's it. I mean, Leo is just very, very unproblematic, and then at the same time a superstar. He's one of the best actors to me of our time. I think that Leo doesn't get all the credit he deserves. I mean, the roles that he plays are phenomenal, and he always delivers 100%. He always comes through and gives 100%. Okay, so Leonardo DiCaprio, he started out as this goofy kid, goofy, very cute kid that we all loved and a lot of people had a crush on. He was just like this cute kid, and he was a good actor. I remember him from This Boy's Life, and he did such a great job beside, now I forgot, Robert De Niro. He did such a great job at such a young age. And then What's Eating Gilbert Grape? I'm just like, oh my God. He should have got an Oscar for that one. He looked totally, just how he got into character for that role, that was amazing. If you haven't seen that movie, check that out. That's a great movie. I need to do a video on that one because that one is really good. But at any rate, back to the movie that I'm actually here to recommend. I just wanted to give you guys a little introduction. Leonardo DiCaprio, like I said, he's been in the game for a very long time. He's like, I believe, 46 years old. But he seems like he would be much older with as long as he's been in the industry. Now, Leo, it's funny, as I was saying before, he started out as this goofy, like very talkative, like upbeat, outgoing, like kid. And then all of a sudden one day we looked up and he was a man. And not only just a man, he was a good looking man, I mean, now he's all like reserved and he's all like, just mellow and cool. I'm just like, I love a very even keeled, like laid back man. I think there's nothing sexier than that. And Leo just exudes that. He is just so laid back, but at the same time, he seems so kind and just so like pleasant, if you will, but he just doesn't overdo it. I'm just trying to find out, like, when did this transition happen? Because it was just like one day he was like all talkative, and just outgoing. And then he was just like a man. He was like taller. I feel like he was bigger. And he was just like laid back. And he was just like looking just like sexy and just adorable at the same time. I'm just like, how adorable is not the right word to describe Leo. No, Leo is just hot. I mean, this adorable that sounds too like, no, that's not a good word to describe Leo. I think Leo is just very, like they say, he looks like old Hollywood. He looks like money. Leo just looks good. Anyway, so he transitioned into this kid actor, into this male just A-lister actor, and he did it seamlessly, and he transitioned, and he definitely worked hard. He earns all of his accolades and more, I want to talk about him and Kate Winslet. We are really stuck on Leo and Kate Winslet since Titanic. We will not let that go. We just, it's just, we love them together. So they ended up doing the movie that I'm going to recommend, Revolutionary Road, and they did this movie together. And it was funny because I think they could do anything together and we would love it, just because we love them together. But the funny thing about it is, in this movie, it was just like the opposite of Titanic, but at the same time, it's like, I think we went into it looking for them to be like Titanic. So you have to really open your mind to this movie because it is no Titanic. No Titanic. It's Titanic, I guess, grown up, if you will. But to make a long story short on the movie was so freaking intense. It like had me biting my nails, you know? I feel like it just, that movie got in your head. Like, it really had all my senses like tingling, and I just was like, I felt like I was there. That was some damn good acting. I don't think this movie gets enough credit because they just chalked it up as Leo and Kate together again. And I think people were so like enthralled with them being together again that they missed the point that this movie was phenomenal. And I'm not saying everybody missed the point, but I just feel like this movie, it just didn't get enough credit, I don't think, that it should have. I just feel like it was such great acting. Like, man, it was crazy how intense the acting was. They really went there. And the funny thing about it is, I hadn't seen this movie in years. So I watched it again last night, and I was like, oh my God, I had no idea that that's the way it ended. I had totally forgotten. So if you haven't seen it in years, it may be okay to watch it again because you may have forgotten the way I have. Bonus point that I want to talk about is Michael Shannon. If you don't know who he is, you can look him up. But if you watch the movie, he plays a character that's a little bit kind of crazy. But him, let's talk about him. It was so cerebral. This movie really got in your head. Like, it was just so intense. I mean, the intensity of this movie was insane. I felt like I was there arguing with my husband. I felt like I was there arguing with the crazy man. I mean, I just can't explain it. Like, I felt like I was there. I just felt it. It's crazy. I can't even explain to you how intense the movie was. But you guys have to watch this movie if you haven't seen it. It's called Revolutionary Road, and it's with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, and that's, you know, of course, they're from Titanic, of course. Everybody knows Titanic. But forget about Titanic. Titanic, of course, will always go down in history as one of the greatest movies of all time. But this movie here was fantastic. It's like a romantic drama, you know, of course. But just seeing all the different sides to Leo and just how Leo, I want you guys to pay attention to how this man was acting. This was top-notch acting. The way he was able, his facial expressions, he made me feel like at the points where he was like just like, okay, whatever, like to his wife, I just felt all of his emotions. Just how sometimes he was just like, he just had it. I could feel how enraged he was. And then at times when he was just more passive, I felt that passive emotion. Like, I felt every emotion that he was giving. And oh my gosh, it's not always that you can watch a movie and the actor actually comes across with those emotions in a way that you can feel it in that way. This movie did that. Kate Winslet, listen, I love Kate Winslet as well. I think she is a fantastic actor. And I think in this movie, she showed that. She showed her levels, her range, or whatever it's called. And the way she treated him, the way she was just so like nonchalant, and then how she just flipped the switch, and then she was just kind of sweet. And then she just flipped the switch, and she was just like, kind of like, irate, if you will. It's just a lot of ups and downs and emotions in this movie. Like I said, I highly recommend it if you want to see something that's really intense and it's really, 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 really good acting. Check it out. A few other people that are in the movie that's really, just did a good job. There's a guy in there. This guy, Dylan Baker, he plays in a lot of old movies, like from the 60s, like not movies that are like more recent, but they like take place in the 60s. He plays in a lot of those like movies where they're portraying like old back in the day I don't even know what it's called, but like just say like if they make a movie today, but it's setting place like in the '60s. He does movies like that. He's a good actor. He had a little role in the movie, and then Kathy Bates was in there. I loved her role too. She did a good job. It was just a lot of good actors in there, and they all did really well. But Leo, I just feel like with Leo, he is exactly what I'm looking for in a celebrity. Like, I feel like I like him for his work. I'm not into, like, he's not with the stunts. I don't see him falling out of cars drunk. None of that. The only thing I've ever heard about Leo is like with the women. But I mean, look at him. Of course, he's going to have women. And he's not married. He's single. So, hey, Leo has pretty much everything that would be attractive to women. So, of course, he's going to have women. But aside from that, I have not heard anything really about him that stands out. So he was raised right. He had the right mentors. He had someone to help him, guide him in a way that he took the right path on this whole Hollywood thing. And I love to see it, love to see it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. I know I was kind of gushing over Leo a little bit, but I love Leo. He is just... Oh, Leo. Yes, Leo is that guy. Let me tell you. I can't say enough good things about Leo. He's one of the celebrities, like I said, I respect. I don't like all the drama when it comes to the Hollywood. I don't like when the celebrities have all this extra drama and then they have to pull stunts every time there's a movie coming out or every time an album is coming out. I just like people who are genuinely talented and that can their work speaks for them. And that's a good way to sum up Leo. I feel like his work speaks for him. He comes and does his job. When he goes on his little interviews, he's laid back and chill. I don't know how he's that cool, calm, and collected, but he's always like that when he does his interviews. And he's polite. He answers his questions and he moves on. And that's what I like. He's like, it is what it is, and you go watch the movie and you enjoy him for the talent, and that's what I'm talking about. Let me know what you guys think about Revolutionary Road. Was this a good recommendation? I hope you guys like it. I think you will. I loved it, so I'm only giving you the recommendations that I love, so hopefully it's something that you can actually sit down and enjoy and get into. Please pay attention to the acting and how superb it is. Top of the line acting on this one. I'm going to close this out. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.